Page 18, Norwegian Wood, or This Bird Has Flown. A piece can have more than one title. It makes it fun. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to a contraption we call a two-note slur. It's where you got two notes that are slurred together. It's real hard. But the idea is, it's technique-wise, it's a down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's just take a scale. We're in key of G major here. You're doing the G major scale. I know you are. So just down, doesn't matter what the fingers are. It's down, up, down, up. You're just lifting up between each slur. Two-note slur. Now some teachers teach to play the second note staccato. I don't. There's times when the staccato is nice, but I just teach lift up. Now if it's anything less than a full value, you hold it down, anything less than a full value, technically that is staccato, because you only get legato and staccato. Those are your choices. And legato is connected and staccato is anything else. But I'm talking staccato as in short staccato, because you can have different lengths of staccato. Here, I'm not suggesting you play it short. Unless there's a staccato in the music written in, then you play it short. And that's two-note slurs. But they show at the top, drop, lift. I say down, up, drop, lift. If you're going to drop, do it gently. Just down, up. So let's talk about this wood thing. 6/8 time, G major, right hand starts here. Remember dotted quarter note, gets 3 counts because it's the same as 3/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Second measure, they want fourth finger on the C, just crunch up a little bit. And crossover, it's an F natural here, second finger. And they want second finger again, you got to come down. So it lets you play it all connected. Now you can do you can cross over, that's fun. Then you got to come back up here. Of course you can also do a finger substitution, put thumb on it after you play it, and then here. So you're going to lift up between the slurs anyway, or the phrases. And you do that again. It's fun. The fingering in the book works well. And then going on, last measure. It's a B flat. Remember on accidentals, it applies from that point on to the rest of the measure, and only that measure. So all of those B's in that measure are flat. And I'll do this staccato slurring stuff later. Right now we're just playing it. That's a trick. Can you get the notes down at the same time? And can you connect these? So that's a trick. It's hard to do. When I first started that, I couldn't do that at all. I just struggled with it. You put the hands together, get ready with the next group, and just do it. Then, see, I play by weight. I let the weight push the notes down for the most part. So my hands down, and then when I get ready for the next notes, I lift the wrist, and as I lower the weight down, I simply switch fingers. Here, and then here, and then here. And it's really the downward motion that pushes the notes down. I'm not holding the hands still and trying to use the fingers. I don't recommend that at all. And eventually, over time, it comes. Over a long time it comes. Over a very long time it comes. Have fun. But that's what we're doing here. And at the top of page 19, we're back to the B flats again. And they want a little finger on that C, because you got to hold that down for a long time as you're doing all this stuff. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's an F natural there. And again, that natural sign is an accidental, so it applies for the rest of the measures. All those F's are flat, are natural. And then do it again. Hold it down. Then you're back to the original melody you had. So forth. Left hand. You got a 1, 3, a 3, 1, and a 2, 5. Connect these if you can. It's awkward. I know it's awkward. Try and get the notes down at the same time. And it's the same thing. I'm just lowering the wrist each time to push the notes down. Here, raise it, lower it. Each time. It gets less difficult in time. Try and connect them. That's all you're doing for page 18 into the last measure. You got that. They want second finger. I don't care if it's second. I mean, you've been using third finger on it. A second finger here. You can use third there if you want, although you have a rest. You got time to move. So second or third finger, whichever. And top of page 19, same note. And then next measure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like using these awkward fingers. The 4, 5, the 3, 4, 5 are the awkward fingers. We need extra practice at that. I encourage you to use those when you can. Again, I'm using weight to push the notes down. I'm simply transferring weight from finger to finger. It's sort of like walking on the piano with the fingers. Here, here. Just transfer weight. I explain it in the scales, so go do the scales. And it's a very little motion. I exaggerate it so you can see it, but it's actually hardly see it at all, but I am transferring weight when I do that. And then the next line, you can do that again. Second finger, I find I'm in this position, I'm just going to use thumb. I'm there, why not? And the next line, they want fourth finger on that. Okay, scrunch up a little bit. And then we're back to what we were doing at the beginning. 3, 1, 5, 2. Fourth line, you're here. F natural. Put the hands together. Here. I go a little fast to shorten the video. You can take this real slow. I don't expect you to play with me. I'm just trying to demonstrate a little bit about. Connect everything for now. You have to lift up to move. That's okay, but connect the left hand. Don't lift up the left hand just because you lifted up the right. So put the hands together. I don't want to play it all for you. I need you to be able to sort of figure it out on your own as best you can. And then we can add this articulation, the slurs and staccatos and accents or whatever. We want it, finally they're slurring it pretty much according to the phrases. And that's nice. So connect all that together, and the left hand just connect it. You see when they don't give you any articulation, like in the left hand, there's nothing. It's not slurred, it's not nothing. It's your choice and how you want to interpret it. I could separate those. Music doesn't say anything. I can do what I want. That's the impression I want to give. If that's how I want it to sound, I don't like it, but I could. In theory, I could. So I'm going to connect this left hand. Now when you get to the bottom of the page, on page 18, hinge at the wrist for the staccato. Short staccato. And this is where you do the down up. So it's here. So do that at the and lift up. This is the page 19, the end of the first line. Here. Lift up both hands. So it's like taking a breath. And do it again. Connect that. That's an F sharp there. Lift the right hand, connect the left. So forth. So put in the phrasing and the staccatos and all that stuff. Then we can add the dynamics. Moderately soft at the beginning, and that's the melody. What is sort of soft to you? It's on the soft side of the middle. It's not soft, it's just sort of soft. The left hand needs to be background. It needs to be very soft. When you get down to the bottom of the page, you come up a little bit to moderately loud. It's the loud side of the middle. It's just up a little bit. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand soft. They give you over here at the second measure, page 19, in the first line, they give you a P soft. You don't really need the P because the background is soft anyway. The melody is what's sort of loud. This should be soft anyway. But then a crescendo, I recommend you don't go any higher than a moderately soft there. And then moderately loud for the this to me again, this is, you can start moderately soft here if you want. So you got time or room to come down because you want to get softer. Listen to the C. I want to hear that throughout and follow that. And then moderately soft. Now you're going to, when you decrescendo here, you're going to go lower than moderately soft. So you go back up to moderately soft and carry on. It's like you were at the beginning. And here, keep this down. This is so forth, and you end it that way too. That's sort of my impression of the dynamics. But get to know the piece so you feel the dynamics, and you won't stay like on page 18. You're not going to stay moderately soft through all of that. You're in that range. You can get a little louder and softer as you feel it. So I come down. It's like ending a phrase. You shape a phrase. You come off the phrase. I come down to soft. And back up to moderately soft. Start the next phrase. Come down. Up to moderately loud. So forth. So experiment with the dynamics as you play and see what you can do with them. Speed-wise, well, if you're going to sing it, how fast would you sing it? I think about as fast as I've been going. 2, 3, 3. That fermata at the end, the left hand, just hang on to that, let it die away. If I do this with a metronome, I'll double the value, so I'll hold that left hand chord for 6 counts instead of 3. Remember, we're in 6/8 time, and an 8th note gets a count. I'd like to play this with you very slowly. Now I'm going to do the dynamics. I'll give it 6 counts. Let's just check and make sure you got the right notes and rhythms. If you need to, just do it one hand at a time with me for a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 2, 3 off.